Hello, everybody. We have a very special show. This is Sudha Jamthe. We have a very special show today, and we are going to cover Oulu from Finland. It's a beautiful place, and I'm dying to tell you about it. But I have a very special guest. Hi, Maria. How are you?
Hi, Sudha. I'm great. Greetings from Oulu, from northern Finland.
So, hello. This is Maria Melnikova. Thank you for joining us for this IoT day. Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Maria. I'm a Russian working and living in Finland for quite many years already. I'm boosting international relations in the city of Oulu in the organization responsible for regional economic development of the Oulu region. So in my responsibilities, I do international relations and business development and help companies to go global and link our region to different countries, specifically Russia and CS countries, but I work with other regions as well. So,
what is CS countries? Sorry, what is
former Soviet Union countries? So all these republics around Russia, like 14 countries more.
Okay, and you don't. Your city is not called Oulu. You're pronouncing it differently from me.
Oulu. Oulu.
Oulu.
It's pretty close, yeah. Oulu.
Oulu. Okay. So tell us a little bit, where is Oulu? I know we know it's in Finland, and tell us a little bit about the startup scene and what you're doing in Oulu.
With pleasure. So Finland is located, as you know, in the Scandinavia, and we're quite big countries on the European scale, but we're quite small. We're only 5.5 million people. And Oulu is actually the fourth biggest city in Finland. It's 240,000 people. So we're big on our scale, but maybe compared to California, it seems very small. But we are call ourselves the capital of Northern Scandinavia for the reasons of being the biggest and kind of most renowned city in our area that encompasses northern Sweden, northern Norway, northern Russia. And basically, it's the economic center, business, cultural, political of the whole northern Scandinavia. And in Finland, everyone knows that Oulu is this mobile Silicon Valley of Finland, and we are responsible for basically the mobile phones as you know them. So
yes,
the first mobile phones were engineered and designed in Oulu, and it has been happening so for the last, I don't know, 40 years. Just to tell a few things, well, the first networks, NMT network and GSM networks, they appeared here. Text messages as you know them, video, the ability to stream and see videos on your phones, also invented here. The architecture of the first mobile phone also developed here. So the Symbian operative system that was so popular with working phones also developed here.
Yeah, and I know Symbian from the past because I had a startup in mobile space in 99, 2000, and you know, there was no iPhone, Android, and Palm OS, and Symbian was a big deal that time.
Yes, and we calculated that well, all ICT ecosystem over the years has designed and developed more than 100 mobile phone models, which sold globally over 1 billion devices. And well, over 2 billion people worldwide, they use on a daily basis mobile technologies that were sprang to life here in our region. So it's a very long history of this ICT development, radio technologies, wireless communication technologies development, mobile networks, and so on and so forth. So
that's fantastic. And one of the things we know about Finland is, they do this happiness index of different countries, all the countries in the world, and Finland is the top of the chart.
We top many ratings. Is one of those is the happiness, the best education in the world, the freedom of speech, and the economic stability. Just name a few. There are so many. I can't remember them all. But it's a very stable country where people are very open and positive, friendly, and over the past, let's say, 6-7 years since the downfall of Nokia, as you know, let's say it's 2008, 2009. Yeah. So Finland has experienced this eruption of startup activity in the country, and when Nokia collapsed, actually half of all ecosystem was closely tied with Nokia, because Nokia, in a way, it's kind of motherland was in Oulu, and it first kind of established their R&D laboratories and technological centers exactly here. So our ecosystem experienced a crash, you might say, in those years. And many people worldwide were thinking that, oh, okay, always the thing of the past, and we're Detroit of Finland now, and it will never be the same again. But what happened is that we became second hottest startup place in Finland. Exactly, because when Nokia collapsed, a lot of people, very high-skilled people with high qualifications, they received those golden parachutes, and they started establishing their own companies in the ICT sector, in medtech, life sciences, clean tech, and all experienced this kind of bloom of startup development. And now we have the very strong ecosystem that provides different kind of services, starting from R&D and design to software and hardware development, to productization and sales, and this whole platform to go global. And that's why we have many companies, international companies, that allocate their R&D facilities here, exactly for this reason, that it's effective to operate here and to do the scientific research and develop their products, and then utilize their network and go global with it.
Wow.
I can probably show a small presentation, so I can give.
Before we go to the presentation, I want to ask you one more thing.
Yes.
So in my show, I want to know my guests, not just what they're talking about, the topic on my show. I want to know, what's your background? What brought you to what you're doing today? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My background is in economic relations and like urban planning. I graduated from Moscow State University named after Lomonosov. It's top-notch university in Russia, and then moved on to continue my education. Actually did my second master's degree here in the University of Oulu in the field of international relations as well. And while I was studying here, I utilized my networks and was getting a lot of activities inside Oulu, participating in creation of first startup festival, for example, Midnight Pitch Fest, that went international. I was hosting the main stage, and somehow I got headhunted to work for this regional economic development agency now, because they need active young people with good networks and the ability to, move things forward. And apparently I was one of them. So this is a little bit about my background.
That's nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cool. So chose a presentation, and I also want to know about your international, competition that you do, right? The polar bear one.
Yes, definitely. I have a slide about this. Okay. Is it sharing now?
It is sharing and showing my face. Okay, now it's showing the presentation.
Okay. So just to put us on the map, this big white blob in the center of Finland is us. And I said we're second hottest startup ecosystem in Finland after the capital area of Helsinki. So we have more than 400 ICT companies, and overall, I think more than 400 startups based on the data from the last year. And we've created a lot of and still creating, good high quality jobs for the engineers and programmers and software hardware developers. This is our kind of know-how and what we do. And partly what contributes to this pool of highly qualified professionals is the status and rating maybe of Oulu University, that is the second biggest and second best in the country after the University of Helsinki, and it specializes specifically on, among many other things, historically on the mobile engineering, wireless technologies, radio technologies, mechanical engineering. So not only those experts who are working here, they come here because they know the place, but this place creates those highly skilled people to go and work on those jobs. So yeah, let's move on. So we've been awarded actually 2 years in a row as the most intelligent city in Europe. The smartest in Europe, we call ourselves in the media. So among many other things, while it was awarded, is based on the fact on how often people use smart technologies in their daily life. And all citizens, they use them a lot on the daily basis. So
this was done by actually, doing some market research of the general population.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes. Moving on, like I said, actually here there is a bit bigger number. So 2.6 billion people are utilizing technologies that has been created in all. Of course, mostly it relates to ICT, but also wellness and life sciences technologies coming from Oulu are also quite famous. I will be talking and giving examples of the few companies later on in this sector. Okay. Just a short track record, like I said, there is, can I hide it?
This is not very readable. You told us a little bit, so maybe you should just talk to it.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
This slide is very small font, so it's not.
Okay, yeah, I will just, exactly. I'm not making anyone read it, but basically the history of wireless technologies and mobile technologies, you might say, in all dates from 1980s, and over the years, so many expertise has been accumulated over the years. So now the supreme point of this thing is that we launched this 5G test network in the end of 15, and now we're actually running this 5G 5G competition, where people are invited to create technologies based on the 5G test network. And we are hoping that technologies that will be created during this competition and the service innovations, they can be utilized later on. And who is doing it? It's this local companies, research institutions, city facilities, and we hope that eventually 5G will contribute to creation of new types of services and business models in the future. So this is something special that is happening right now. Well, this slide I covered a little bit. Currently, 7 companies develop and design wireless handsets from scratch to market their products here in Oulu. And previously, well, Nokia phones, then Windows phones were manufactured and developed here. Currently, IoT Devices, it's this Russian company producing mobile phones. They have their offices here, and they're doing the hardware engineering, you know, for example. Nokia is still here. They are currently having 2,500 employees in their staff, and they are still doing R&D and trying to develop new technologies exactly in the field of networks and radio technologies. Plus, they kept their patents, so something big is brewing in this field. So keep an eye out. This I can pass. Some leading ICT brands have their R&D facilities here. You can see Texas Instruments, for example, here, Polar, Digea, Fujitsu, Symbio. I know that they're located in California. F-Secure, for example, Ericsson. So all of them have and are doing something here. So these are a few examples of IoT devices that I've prepared. I will tell a little bit specifically about some of them later, but I don't have slide for Oulu Ring. You might have.
That's okay. I mean, if you give us a sense of what they are, I mean, I see the pictures. I'm trying to guess what they are.
Yeah, so you might have read about Oulu Ring in our brochure. So this is a company that was founded by the professionals coming from Polar Devices, and it's a ring that basically just give me a second. So ring size wellness computer that helps you to sleep and perform in a better way. So it monitors your heart rate, it monitors your temperature, it monitors your activity.
So you wear it as a ring. You wear it as a ring instead of a watch.
Yes, exactly. And it looks good. It feels good. It actually, they send you a mold, so it fits perfectly your finger. It doesn't wobble. It's anatomically programmed for you specifically, and it's been designed by the leading designer of Finland as well. So it looks pretty cool. Or I think they're pretty popular in States as well. Yeah, so heart rate monitor devices that all professional sportsmen are using.
So watch, right? It's more a watch.
Yeah, it's more a watch.
Yeah.
And then the recent device that was designed and developed by our local company Electrobit is for Adidas.
Yeah.
Smartphone. ThinkC, I think Sebastian might have introduced you.
Yes, actually, I don't have it right here. I don't want to walk out in the middle of the show, but I have a ThinkC that I'm playing with.
Aha, I can quit maybe the how to quit the screen share so you can show us.
No, actually, I don't have it right now, so you can talk.
But I can, yeah, I can show you. So it looks like this. It's world's first smart developer device. So it has a whole set of different sensors that sense every event or activity or change of environment around you, and it's kind of ready to use.
Showing ThinkC to people, I will just step out and go bring the ThinkC right here.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I keep talking about it. So ready to use out of the box, and you just download the ThinkC app and you can fiddle with it and program it to your needs. And it's immediately connected over wireless. It's waterproof. It's hard to break, and the battery is super long lasting. So it's been specifically developed for people who want to come up with new ideas in the IoT for their needs specifically. So
okay, I just came back and
yes,
I have ThinkC right here.
Aha.
And I have it. So this is the actual size and what it looks like. It has a bunch of sensors, and it also has a GPS in it. That is the cool thing.
Yeah, sure. It can track your location and movements there. Forgot to tell.
And it has they have their own platform. It's ThinkC, like thing and a C, like you see it. And it's called a developer device because it doesn't come with one particular use case. So they're looking for developers to build out and figure out, new application layers on top of it. But they give you a complete end-to-end platform that goes up all the way to the cloud. So that's what I know, and I'm going to play with it more and have more informed opinion about it soon.
Yeah, it would be nice to hear your feedback in the future as well. Or maybe you can write a review. I'm switching back to sharing.
We have another 5 minutes, then we should wrap up.
Okay, yeah, I'm basically ready to wrap up here. Just a couple of more examples maybe of the things coming from Oulu. Quieton is something very cool. It created a lot of buzz on Indiegogo. I think it exceeded their expectations on 400%. So it's first world's noise cancelling earphones that combine active and passive noise cancelling technologies. So you can wear it when you're traveling, or if you have a noisy snoring partner. So it's more effective than current noise cancelling active devices on the market.
So every one of them that you're showing me, I mean, I was expecting you to, mention a couple, but you've come very well prepared. But
I do my homework.
And you're showing me fully functional, generally available in the market products. Right?
Yes, Quieton will be available starting from June, I think, but you can still pre-order it on Indiegogo if you want.
Okay.
So a few other examples, for example, Filmy, the camera that follows you everywhere, so it's your personal cameraman.
What do you mean by camera that follows me? I want one. What is that?
Well, it's not a drone. It's actually attached to let's say a wall, and you are wearing a wristband with sensors that kind of points the camera to you. Camera always knows where you are and when it should zoom in and zoom out. So it's used by professional sportsmen, for example, on ski resorts to, you know, monitor their movements, or by horse riders, and so on and so forth. So it's something quite cool as well.
So if I wear the wrist component, then the camera is just going to point on me. So whoever wears the wrist, it's going to keep taking
the video of you, yes.
Video. Yeah.
And zoom in on your face at certain point if you wanted to. There are certain controls on the wristband that you can, you know, fiddle with if you want, but if you don't, it will be just filming your movements in general. So,
okay. Very cool.
Some examples of our startups. Yeah, iLock, digital locking device with zero power, so it doesn't take any energy, and it's basically smart lock. So
how is it zero power? Where is it actually getting its charge from?
I think it's chargeable. But the charge lasts for several years. Okay. I'm not sure exactly, but if you want to know more, please check out their website. Also, recent technology. I think it's a very new startup, and the technology just came to the market. And you wanted to know more about polar bear pitching?
Yes.
So the northernmost startup festival, where you don't you have no time limit on your pitch, you have no dress code, but there is only one rule: you have to do it from an ice hole, being submerged in an icy cold water. And we do it every February for the last 3 years already. There were a group of enthusiasts, young people, who came up with it 3.5 years ago, and the idea went in a way viral. It got appreciated so much by our local startup community and then by global community, because every year for this competition we pre-select a certain amount of startups, and we have lots and lots of international applicants from Israel, India, Japan, Russia, United States, Canada, and so on and so forth. And
so I heard this year you have a hacker hotel in Palo Alto. Sebastian told me there's a hacker hotel that you're funding in Palo Alto, and you're going to do, we don't have ice, but you're going to do some kind of polar bear pitching.
It's kind of a side event of the polar bear pitching. I guess they want to make it more international, so that we have some sort of semifinals in the other countries, and then the world's final in Oulu, for example. So that's why there will be a similar event organized in California this year. Maybe they will have a bathtub full of icy water with the ice cubes. I don't know.
Right now, I think you can go all the way up to Yosemite or to the Tahoe side, more on the west, up on the mountains, and there is some snow, I heard, but I don't think you have enough to justify ice and staying in the ice and it not melting away. So it has to be in a bathtub. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens.
One, if you want to accommodate several people, maybe jacuzzi with the ice.
We'll make it hot, steaming hot.
Yeah, steaming cold, more like it. But the first event ever was actually hugely supported by the Embassy of United States in Finland. And here you can see one of the representatives of Embassy of United States opening the ceremony. So he was actually the first one to submerge himself in the water 3 years ago. So that was pretty cool. And I mean, we are hoping that the event will become truly global. We're expecting to have semifinals in Sweden and Norway, and maybe in some other countries as well. And let's see. It's pretty cool, and it's so crazy that people usually say, "How you can do this? It's so cool." But then, so I mean, if you're a startupper, you should be able to do the crazy things, and the amount of kind of media exposure this event has gathered, it's all been totally cool and crazy for startups. So even though we don't have giant money prizes, but we have this kind of international interest from the media all over the world that we can give to the winner in a way.
That's fantastic. So we are towards the end of our show. Can we see your face back, and maybe you have some last closing comments you want to tell people about?
I had this. Thank you.
No, we want to see your face, Maria. That's not fair.
Yeah, I'm back. Okay, can you?
You're still on your screen and you're showing my face.
Okay. Oh, what is happening? What is happening here?
It does that sometimes. Are you able to come back?
Yes,
I see you. It has done that to me. Yeah.
So here I am, and this was a small introduction about startup ecosystem in Oulu and what ICT in Oulu is capable of. So if you have more questions, you can refer them to me, Maria Melnikova at businessolu.com. I will be happy to answer your questions.
We'll post that in the comment. Thank you so much. This was fantastic. And thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and hope we will get to see the fun competition and the amazing startups that's coming out from there. I just love the set of IoT ones you showed me, and I'm sure you have a lot more. So
we have a lot more, definitely. But thank you, Sudha, for contacting me, and it was my great pleasure to introduce ourselves in your show here. So thank you.
Thank you, everybody, and that's all the time we've got today. Thanks, and have a good one.